In this sacred moment, as you read these words, there is an unspoken pull drawing you closer to the essence of who you truly are. Perhaps you've sensed a gentle longing in your heart, as if the very air is charged with a promise you can't quite name. Notice how your breath slows and your awareness sharpens. It's almost as though the entire universe has paused, turning its attention toward you. This is no random coincidence. It's a convergence of spirit and circumstance that brings you face to face with a message meant to awaken the deepest parts of your being. Close your eyes for just an instant and sense the rhythm of your heart. Each thump resonates beyond the physical, stirring a well of ancient knowing. The angels who watch over you have been calling, sending subtle signs through dreams, fleeting bursts of insight, or those uncanny synchronicities that nudge you to pay attention. Even if you haven't been aware, on some level you've felt the shift, like stepping into a room flooded with gentle sunlight after being in the dark. It's a delicate invitation, a whisper that says, your soul is ready for more. Stay with that awareness and notice whatever arises. Does a particular memory come to mind, a wave of emotion, or a subtle glow that seems to envelop you? Every sensation and thought carries significance now. You are standing at the threshold of something profound, an opening where your most cherished hopes might finally find fertile ground. Feel how your body relaxes when you give yourself permission to believe this moment matters, because it does. You have arrived at a gateway that leads to deeper truths about your path, your gifts, and the luminous future waiting to unfold. Sink a little further into that sense of presence. Let your heart expand, as though it's gently stretching to accommodate a greater influx of light. In this space, all the noise and demands of daily life recede to a faint murmur. Time itself seems to slow. With each breath, you become more rooted in the knowing that you are cherished, supported, and guided by an intelligence that spans galaxies. You are not alone. You never have been. Trust these next words like a compass guiding you through unfamiliar territory, for they arrive carrying the echo of angels' wings and the reassurance that you are seen, you are loved, and you are here on purpose. Place your hand softly over your heart, feeling the subtle warmth that radiates beneath your palm. Notice how this simple gesture draws your attention inward, grounding you in a realm beyond the mind's ceaseless chatter. Let your breath form a circle of gentle light around you, each inhale welcoming peace and each exhale releasing tension. Allow any worries or tasks pressing on your mind to drift into the background, like leaves carried away by a tranquil stream. You are entering a sanctuary where the voice of your spirit can be heard above the clamoring of the world. As you settle into this heart-centered awareness, imagine a soft glow emanating from the center of your chest. This glow expands with each breath, illuminating every cell of your body and extending outward into the space around you. It wraps you in a cocoon of compassion, a nurturing balm that soothes the parts of you that have felt unsettled or overlooked. If thoughts arise about work, relationships, or the usual concerns, acknowledge them with kindness and let them float away. Return to this gentle, glowing presence in your heart. Feel how the edges of your physical form begin to dissolve into the shimmer of energy that holds you, connecting you with something far greater than yourself. Your heartbeat and the universal pulse are no longer two separate rhythms, but one. The luminous essence within you resonates with the currents of love that sustain life itself. Sense the invisible threads weaving through the air, linking you to the tapestry of angels, stars, and souls across time. This interconnected web vibrates with compassion, a reminder that you are an integral part of the grand symphony of existence. Let this realization sink in. Every breath you take contributes to a universal dance of creation. Allow yourself a moment to explore this feeling of unity. Perhaps you detect a subtle tingling sensation along your arms, or a gentle warmth in your chest that expands whenever you focus on gratitude. In this sacred space, you can ask silently for what your heart yearns to receive: clarity, healing, reassurance, and trust that the very act of asking initiates a wave of support from the angelic realm. The specifics of how your prayer is answered may surprise you. Synchronicities, sudden flashes of insight, or even a renewed sense of hope can become tokens of the divine response. As you dwell in this place of deep connection, Imagine your worries as clouds drifting across a clear sky. They pass by but do not linger, leaving the vast openness of your inner landscape unmarred. Notice how each breath of this light-filled air rejuvenates your spirit, fueling the possibility of new beginnings. Trust in the invisible embrace that surrounds you, a nurturing presence that asks only one thing in return: your willingness to remain open. Even if just for a few more breaths, linger here. Let this gentle glow seep into the corners of your life that have felt dark or uncertain. With each inhalation, you draw in more light. With each exhalation, you release anything that no longer serves. Yet a quiet question rises like a gentle ripple across still water. What is this longing that stirs within you? It's as if a hidden door stands before you, slightly ajar, beckoning you to peer inside. You might not fully understand what you're searching for, only that something deeper calls to be recognized. Have you felt the stirrings of intuition whenever you see certain symbols, like an open eye in a piece of art, in dreams, or even as graffiti on a passing wall? These recurring images are not coincidences. They are cosmic breadcrumbs, guiding you to a revelation that is both exciting and profound. Feel how the atmosphere around you shifts in response to your curiosity. The air tingles with electricity and a sense of anticipation buzzes beneath your skin. On one hand, there's a desire to leap forward, to plunge headfirst into the mystery. On the other, a fragile part of you hesitates, fearing the unknown. The angels want you to understand that this delicate tension is actually a sign of growth. Like a flower bud on the verge of blooming, you hold within you the potential for radiant transformation. The question is whether you'll allow yourself to open fully to it. Watch for the signs in your daily life. Perhaps the same sequence of numbers appears on your phone or the clock. Maybe a friend randomly mentions a topic you've been secretly pondering. Or you have an unexpected conversation with a stranger that leaves you with a spark of insight. These synchronicities, woven into your mundane routines, are the universe's way of speaking in code. Each occurrence is a gentle nudge, urging you to see beyond the surface of events and into the deeper currents of meaning that bind them together. Now, an almost imperceptible countdown seems to echo in the background of your awareness. You sense a clock ticking on a level beyond ordinary perception. A soft excitement threads itself through your day, as though every choice carries a hidden weight of destiny. You might think, what if everything changes once that clock strikes zero? Let the question linger without rushing to answer. The angels smile upon your wonder, for it signals the awakening of your higher vision. Little by little, your senses are sharpening, preparing you for the moment when the mystery fully unfolds. Perhaps you've caught a glimpse of your reflection in a window or a mirror and seen something different. A deeper light in your gaze, a faint aura you never noticed before. You might not be entirely sure what it means, only that it feels strangely comforting and a bit thrilling. In these subtle reflections, the angels whisper that you're on the cusp of a shift from living, guided by the limited lens of ego, to viewing the world through the expansive eyes of your soul. It's a journey that can forever change how you experience life. A gentle revelation now emerges like dawn breaking over the horizon. That repeated symbol of an open eye is affirming your movement from egocentric to soul-centric perception. If you've wondered why this image seems to trail you at every turn, it's because the angels are sending you signals that your intuitive faculties are blossoming. Think of it as an affirmation that says, you are ready to see more deeply. Just as your physical eyes adjust to light after a period of darkness, your inner vision is learning to focus on subtleties that once went unnoticed. Your capacity for empathy, compassion, and heartfelt understanding is expanding, inviting you to embrace a more unified perspective on all of life. You may ask, why am I being shown this? Why now? The answer is simpler than you might think. Because your soul has asked for it, perhaps in moments of silent longing or late night reflection. You whispered a prayer for clarity or meaning, not even sure what form it might take. That prayer has been heard. The angels, in their gentle, faithful watch, responded by drawing your attention to signs that echo back your own readiness. It's as though your inner compass is aligning with a divine blueprint you've carried within you all along. And now, Imagine yourself with a blank page or even a still mind's eye, and begin to sketch or visualize the symbol of an open eye. It doesn't have to be perfect, only heartfelt. Let the lines take shape slowly, guided by your intuition rather than a critical mind. As you do this, quietly invite your angels to refine your inner sight. Ask them to help you sense the emotions swirling around you, the subtle energies that color each moment, and the unspoken signals in your relationships. The more you practice this, the more your sensitivity grows. Rather than drowning in the world's noise, you'll find you can navigate with a compassionate wisdom that emerges from your very core. This practice might feel awkward or abstract at first. Your rational mind may question its value, but your heart knows. Empathy becomes your greatest ally. You'll pick up on unspoken feelings in the people you meet, sense the needs of loved ones before words are exchanged, and gently align yourself with the currents of inspiration that flow through each day. This isn't about intruding into anyone's private thoughts. It's about discovering a subtler dimension of connection that has always been there, waiting for your conscious acknowledgement. In the tender weave of these perceptions, your capacity for authentic love expands. Living from this heart-based awareness transforms even the ordinary aspects of life into a sacred dance. You might find your patience growing when others would test it, or your creativity sparking in the most mundane tasks. Colors seem brighter, sounds carry hidden harmonies, and conversations reveal layers of meaning you once overlooked. Gone is the sense of isolation that stems from self-focus. In its place blossoms a radiant sense of communion with nature, with friends and strangers, and with the higher realms that feed your dreams. The angels promise that as you move further along this path, you'll experience a profound lightness of being, a liberation from the burdens of fear and self-doubt. Your angels are filled with joy at each step you take toward this awakening. From their perspective, you shine like a star in the night sky, beaming hope into places that once felt dark. They see you learning to trust the soft impressions that flutter across your awareness, believing in the subtle messages that speak volumes in silence. With each new insight, you peel away layers of habitual thinking that once confined you. It's as though you're returning home to a truth you always carried in your heart. You are a beautiful embodiment of divine love, here to flourish and to share that love with the world. In their compassion, these celestial helpers offer a simple, loving piece of guidance. Pay attention to the resonance of your heart before you respond to any situation. Words may fail you sometimes, but the language of your heart never lies. Ask silently, is this aligned with love? Does this choice reflect the deeper wisdom that I carry within? The more you pause and listen, the more your life will flow in harmony with the currents of compassion and authenticity. Each day, consider a small ritual to nurture this refined sight. Close your eyes and envision the open eye glowing at your forehead, shimmering with angelic light. Feel it extend a gentle beam into your environment, illuminating whatever truth needs to be revealed. Ask the angels to guide that beam so it reflects the best possible outcome for all involved. Then rest for a moment in stillness, allowing the grace of that vision to soothe your mind and calm any turbulent emotions. Over time, you'll discover an almost miraculous ability to perceive the love that underpins every challenge, every encounter, and every new beginning. Let the divine blessings flow freely into our open hearts, gracious source of all that is holy and wise. May the threads of love, compassion, and understanding weave through every moment of our lives. Guide us to see beyond appearances, to recognize the radiant light in ourselves and in every being we encounter. Allow our hearts to bloom with empathic wisdom, that we might be instruments of kindness in a world that yearns for greater unity. In the silence of our souls, we open the eye of deeper sight, trusting that your angels stand ready to guard and uplift us. Let gratitude flood our spirits as we humbly receive these blessings. Amen. Dan Toin. A hush settles around you, and in this stillness, you sense a gentle wellspring of clarity bubbling up from the deepest layers of your being. Notice how your breath feels calmer, your mind more serene. This heightened awareness is a precious gift, yours to keep and nurture. The angels stand near, eager to reveal more as you continue to open your heart. Comment, I trust below to seal this blessing into your life, affirming your commitment to deeper seeing and compassionate living. In this simple act, you invite the angelic realm to walk beside you, guiding your unfolding journey with infinite tenderness and grace. Embrace the path ahead with courage and a heart shining bright. For you are cherished beyond measure, and your soul's awakening is a beacon to the world.